Hi, everybody. Hope y'all are having a good day. Sorry I didn't make it yesterday. We were running a few errands and then we got hit with some of the high winds and the rains from the hurricane down in Florida coming up through Georgia. And we kind of decided because Autumn was coming to spend the weekend instead of coming all the way back home and then turning around and going way back on the other side of town to pick her up, we just kind of hang out and do whatever until it was time to pick Audie up because she's here for the weekend. She's in my room right now. She's taking the containers that I bought for dyes and she's putting my dyes out of their packages in on the magnetic sheets, which is an amazing amount of help for me. So today I've got planned, we're going to just go ahead and get our album that we're working on covered. And tomorrow, when we come back, we'll start adding the decorations and things like that. I love the way this is coming out. It looks so cute. And we've got to make something for this pocket over here yet. And I'm thinking about a little folder thing that we could put like, you'd be able to put your receipts and things like that in. Hi, Dawn. How are you, honey? So I will do that tomorrow as well. And like I said, we still got to put our little journal in and do some decorating in it, get it sewn in. But today we're just going to, I'm going to take that out while we're doing this. We're just going to get the outside covered because I don't know how well my internet's going to do. We're having, it's dropped a few times. Oh, thank you, honey. And I'm glad you're doing well. But, with the winds and I don't know how long my internet's going to hold out. I was video chatting with Marina, and it's already dropped a couple of times. But I thought, since I didn't make it yesterday, we're going to use these to cover this. So I need 2 pages cut for this part. And let's see, we are, 8? So we need it to be 7 3/4. And this one's a little bit, it's 5 7/8. So we need to go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. Yeah, we need to bring it down to 5 5/8 wide. So let's get that done. Get that out of my way. So I need 5 5/8. I still got to clean my poor cutting board, y'all. It's a mess. Okay, let's see. 5 5/8 is right there. And 7 7/8. No, 7 3/4. See, I want to make sure I cut it the right. Yeah, 7 3/4. I don't know what I was thinking. So, because I don't want to mess this up. We've worked so hard, to get it where we're at. All right, so let's get this one inked up and put on so I don't confuse them. Because I don't know about you, if I get kind of ahead of myself, I lose track of where I'm at, and then I've got a mess. So if I take my time and do one piece at a time when they're a little bit different, I won't have that trouble, I'm hoping. But I really do love this album. And the next thing we're going to be working on, and I'm going to use the same paper pad. My daughter picked it out. We're going to make the Advent calendar that May made a few months ago. And my daughter wants it for my youngest grandson. So I'm going to get that done. We'll just do it together. Okay. We're ready for this piece. I need a lot, right? I need to get my backing off of my double-sided tape that's holding my magnets in. And then we need, I think I'm going to use Fabri-Tac on it. And of course I got a gunky nozzle. Hopefully Fabri-Tac will behave today. Some days it does okay, and some days it's like, no, I don't feel like dealing with you. So Mom and Autumn had planned on working down at Mom's today before we knew about the storms that we were going to be getting. It's been raining so much, and it's not so much the rain. It is kind of, but we have a lot of pine trees around, and when the ground gets really wet, the pine trees come down, and it's just a mess. So far, we haven't lost any trees down in the woods. I have a lot of woods around my house. I like the wildlife. We like watching the deer and things like that. So let's get you on here. Make sure I'm centered. Turn it so I can look this way. And that looks pretty good. Come back this way just a hair. There we go. And make sure we get it down good. Wonder if I can open this up a little more. Give us a little bit. Take my bone folder to it. You really want those edges to be down. And be careful around your magnets. You'll get an air pocket. You just got to work with it. But that's anytime you use magnets, you're bound to get air pockets around. And just take your time and work them down. You don't want to push so hard that you actually make an indentation around your magnet. Does that make sense? But you do want it down around it. And that's why I add extra adhesive all around my magnets and on top of them. And like I said, just work it down. If you get a little air pocket and your glue's already kind of settled, take your little nozzle one. I may come back later and along the edge, make sure I'm down really well. But you got to let it dry and set up so you can do what you need. Like I said, you always want to make sure that you're down tight around your magnets. But you don't want them, see what I mean? You don't want them showing through there, but the paper's down. You understand what I mean? I hope I'm making sense. You just don't want a gap. And it looks good. We're down. Got a little bit of a gap here and up here that I can see. So, you want to let it set up good and then come back. And if you need to add a little glue along your edge, you can do it then. Okay, so we got that one. Now we need this big one. And it is going to be, it's right around 6 1/4 wide. So I'm probably going to take it to just over 6 7/8 wide. And of course, it's going to be 7 3/4 tall. So we need the 6 and, what did I say it was? Shoot. Just over 5 7/8 wide. So let me move this. I don't know if either that scrap I took off, I don't think it'll work. Nope. So we need the other one. Like I said, we're going just over 5 7/8. So there's my 5 7/8. So I'm going to move it just a little bit up, not much. My lace is sticking to me. You know, you've got that little ridge in between your 6 and your 5 7/8. I'm just going about halfway on that little ridge. Okay, and then we need 7 3/4. So what are you working on, Dawn? My ink again. We still had a lot of stuff out in the yard area picked up from when Ian went through. Because even though I don't live in Florida, I'm only 2 hours from Savannah, so we're not that far from the state line. And when the hurricanes hit, if they come up through Georgia into South Carolina, I'm right on the border of South Carolina. We get hit with you're working on cleaning. We get hit with the winds and a good bit of rain most of the time, and that's about it. But, you know, we don't leave our lawn chairs out and the umbrellas and things like that. We try to keep everything up so we don't have that problem. And that's going to go right there. I love this. I think it's perfect. So let's get it inked down. Then we'll do both our spines. I think we might have 3 spines that we got to do. I'll have to flip it open and look. And at least we don't have to worry about the magnets on this side, so that's good. My new camera did come in. I didn't get it hooked up, so we're still on my old camera. The new one has a remote with it, but I haven't figured out how to turn off autofocus and all that good stuff yet. And let's see what else. Oh, I got some Hobby Lobby stuff. I'll be doing a small haul video. It's not really super small, but they had their fall 75% off, I think it was. And I bought some more storage stuff and just different things. On the crafty side, I've been designing a mini album on your Cricut. Oh, cool. Cool. I got my new mat in for my scan and cut. I do have the Brother Scan and Cut. And I have the Cricut Maker. Yeah, I have the Cricut Maker. And Marina was making fun of me earlier because I've got the, what's that new, the Switch? Yeah, the Sizzix Switch. I've got it. I've had it. I still haven't taken it out of the box. I just haven't had time. So that looks good. Make sure we're down. So hopefully, once I get my dies all organized that my granddaughter's doing today, I'll be able to start playing with the switch and get some die cuts done. And, yeah, we've got 3 spines that we've got to cover. So I'm going to start with this one. And it is, how wide? It's not quite 7/8 of an inch. So I'm going to go down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. So let's get it cut to 5/8 of an inch wide. And I've got a little piece here. And let's see, there's 5/8. I think I'm going to go just a hair over so it looks good. Right about there. And we need it to be 7 3/4. I have shoulder and wrist issues. I still use a Cuttlebug. Yeah, my mom seen it on, whose video? Trying to think, because my mom watches YouTube, and she seen the switch. I didn't have it, had no intentions. Shauna's, she's seen it on Shauna's, and she calls me in there and she says, "What is this?" And I said, "Mom, it's die cutting machine. It's like my I have the Tim Holtz Vagabond." I said, "It's just wider. You can cut bigger things out." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She says, "Well, you need that." And I'm like, "No, not really. Yeah, you need to. We're going to go ahead and order that." So she ordered it. And like I said, I've had it for a couple of months at least. I got mine shortly after Shauna done her unboxing. And it's still sitting in the box. I just haven't done die cutting. I don't know. I just wasn't that excited about it, I guess, maybe. I don't know. I know that kind of sounds rude and ungrateful, and I don't mean to, but we've been busy, and I don't have a place to really just sit it up, to leave it. So it's still sitting in its box. She knows I appreciate it. We do for one another. So, okay, let's see. I got to get this. Let's make sure it's going to look good here. Oh, that'll be pretty. What do you think? I love this. I love this paper. It was sweet of her. It really was. Been trying to use my Cricut so I don't have to crank. I understand that. Well, I was thinking the scan and cut, because I have to have for the advent calendar, I have to have 24 of these. So, and I'm going to cut them out of the decorative paper so I don't have to cover boxes. You know what I mean? So what I'm thinking is that I would mark them on paper, a couple of them, and then scan them into the scan and cut, and then just have the scan and cut it out on the decorative paper, because it's decent cardstock as well. So I think that'll work, and that way I won't have to sit and cussy cut everything out. Be fun. Are you going to make a video? I'm planning on it. I'm hoping to. Like I said, life is crazy right now with the holidays coming and who's going to be doing what, and you know what I mean. We have a huge family. I have 4 children, 13 grandchildren, 1 great grandbaby. Mom stays with us, and it's just kind of crazy. I have a sister that lives in Indiana. So you just never know what's going on. All right, I've got to turn this. And if I go out of shot, I apologize. But I've got to see, because I want the height, you know, to look about the same as the other piece. I think I got it. Let's open it up and have a look. I'm a little low. There we go. Going up. That looks pretty good there. So we got that on. Yay. It's looking nice. We got that. So now we got to do this one. And it is an 1.5 inches. So I'm going down to 1.25 inches. So let's get it cut. I think I can use this other piece of scrap. I'm hoping, I'm not saying I'll be able to, but if I can get all of my spines out of this one piece of scrap, that would be really good. We got to go 7 3/4. Okay. So open it up. It's a little easier. There we go. So let's get it inked up. We're all busy this time of year. Nobody could tell me that they're not busy when right after Halloween, everything hits. It's like, you know, you have the parties with the different family members and friends and all kinds of stuff going on. Office parties for work. And it just keeps it going. And we all go to all the parties. We enjoy it. Well, my glue's not gotten angry at me yet today, so Fabri-Tac, I appreciate that. Like I said, some days it wants to blow a fuse like a volcano, and then some days it's fine. I don't know if it has to do with the barometric pressure from the weather or the humidity or what it is, but some days it's just not happy. Okay, we look good there. We're centered there, I believe. So let's fold it up. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, looks like we did it. Okay, we got 2 more of those to go. And let's see, this one is, it's 1 3/4, so we're going down to 1.5. And I'm not going to have enough out of this piece to do the last one, but that'll be okay. We got other scraps we're going to use. And 7 3/4. Do you believe how quiet it is? And Nova's right behind me, aren't you, Nova? I think I'm going to go ahead and measure this one and get it cut while I'm here. And it is 2.5. So we need it 2 1/4. So let's go ahead and do 2 1/4. That looks good. And 7 3/4. And that way we don't have to pull the cutting board out again. Okay. So I get that all inked up and glued down. It is so muggy here today. Our humidity is at 91%. And it's not raining right now. I've got the glass sliding door open. I didn't want to turn the air on, but if I go to cleaning up in here and cooking, I'm probably going to have to. That humidity is horrible today. We're done with rain for a little while, and then I think around 3 o'clock we're going to get hit with another band of it. So, not happy today with the humidity. I mean, when you can sit with a fan blowing and you're still muggy, you know it's bad. I really feel bad for the people in Florida. They're just getting slammed left and right this year with the hurricane. And it's awful. It really is, because, you know, there's nothing they can do. It's nature. Okay, we got that one for that one and that one for there. Those will be good. Yep, I'm happy with that. I know, I keep going out of shot and shaking my glue bottle. Funny, right? I did pick up some really nice goodies at Hobby on their clearance. And I figured might as well get it while it's on sale. I've never ever known Hobby before to discount their holiday stuff before the holiday. So kind of makes you wonder what's going on. That looks good. I'm pretty sure we're centered. Yep, we're centered. We look good. We're straight top and bottom. You always want to make sure you're going straight across. You don't want one way up and one way down. And okay. And I always kind of hold even when I'm pushing with my bone folder, because sometimes the glue's slick and you'll slide one way or the other. At least I do. Okay. Last piece goes here. So. No, we're not. We started getting the outer wind and rain bands yesterday. And it rained all night. We had rain already this morning and a few gusts, pretty good wind gusts. We're supposed to be done with it sometime tonight. It'll work its way through and be a little further north into South Carolina and going up. So, but yeah, we get some of the aftermath stuff, and it's just the way it is. Okay, let me fold you and look this way. And I think we look good there. Straight. Want to make sure we're nice and straight. The worst I can ever remember, honestly, of us getting any of the after effects of the hurricanes was when Hugo went through years and years ago, and it was ugly here. Yeah, you'll get it. You sure will. I'm sorry. Okay, and then I want to make sure I'm the right direction up, and we are, before I add this. And we're going to center that. And right there. I think that'll look good. What you think? Should I go ahead and glue it down or should I wait? What you think, Dawn? I'm going to sit up for a minute, and looks like we're all by ourselves in here. So, yeah, I think that looks good. Marina asked me, was I going to add metal corners or anything? And no, I'm not going to do that. I think it's pretty and simple just the way it is. I don't want to add too awful much and muck it up. So, and I did do the back in the gold, so that way when it opens, you know, you see that it looks nice too. All right, let's get this glued down. So I need to glue this side. Going to after things to the front. Well, this is the front, so I don't think I'm going to add a lot of stuff to it. I like it the way it is. It doesn't need, you know, I think I'm going to use the Fabric Art glitter glue for this, to be honest. It's got a thinner nozzle. You don't need a class. You do great on your own. Like I said, some of this stuff I know for people who build albums on a regular basis and stuff, it's like watching paint dry. And I get it. But, you know, we get a lot of people who are just learning and they want to know what the steps are to do. So, it is what it is. What are you going to do? And I've even had people who build albums on a regular basis want to know how things are done, you know, how I do certain things. So, try not to go over on that side where I'm not going to have it glued down. And it looks pretty good. I think that's enough. I'm going to stand up so I know I got it fairly decent. And that looks pretty good right in there. Doesn't look too bad top or bottom. Come on. Oops, don't slide on me. Kind of right there. It's open and yep. So we're going to leave it right there. And we're done with that. So tomorrow, when we come live again, we will be adding the pages, sewing them in on the journal. And we still need to make, like I said, I want to make like a little trifold thing or folder where you can keep your receipts and stuff in for the holiday. Been doing things for 30 years, but I still love watching the process of it. I do too. And sometimes, you know, I get so wound up in what they're doing, I don't do myself. And, you know, that's not good either. Yeah, I like just the paper with that. I think it's simple, but it looks good, you know. It doesn't need a lot. Now, I may put a charm back here with, I've got one that's got a Santa on it, and I think that might be cute just hanging here. And I can always pop it in and use a, you know, one of these brads. Is it a brad? Eyelet. Use an eyelet and hang it over here, and I think that would look nice. But as far as anything else, I don't think it really needs it. I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. It's really nice and full in there. I mean, it filled out well. Yeah, I agree, Dawn. So that's what I wanted to get done today. I'm very happy with it. I'm glad I did the gold embossing on the wooden piece. It almost looks like it, and it doesn't have gold foil, but it kind of looks like it around the poinsettias, but they're not foiled. But it matches and it looks really nice together. So, and for a mini album, it's got a lot. I still want to make a couple of envelopes to tuck in here and there. I'm glad you did too. And thank you. But that's all I was going to have time to do today. I'm going to put my lid back on my glue so I don't muck it up. Y'all know how that goes. If I don't get the pin back in it, I'll lose it. So that's done. Put my end back on my pokey tool. I have not done that before, and go to grab something and pick up and stuck that up under my fingernail. That does not feel good at all. So but I'm going to get off of here now. I've been on about a half hour. So it's not bad to do the front and get the covers done. But like I said, I've got so much other stuff going on right now that I'll be back tomorrow. And we're going to sew the pages in. And I've got stickers we're going to add in here and do things like that. I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. So I think it'll sell well. This one's not sold. The other one I'm working on that kind of goes with, looks like it's same paper and everything, it's already sold. So, but I appreciate you coming in, and y'all have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and this will be in the playlist, and I'll be back tomorrow to do more on this. And if I get things caught up enough today, I'll come back on later and do my little Hobby Lobby, show y'all what I picked up. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody. Bye, Dawn. Thank you.